guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm out in my herb oasis and hopefully you can hear me okay. The maintenance or the groundskeepers are taking care of everything, so it's a little noisy probably. But yep, I'm just out here in my herb garden and I needed to repot a plant, so I figured I'd bring you guys along for that. It's been a little rainy today, which is great for the plants because they're getting some of that amazing rainwater that they thrive under. But today we're going to be repotting this plant here. This is something that I grew up knowing it as a weed. Maybe you have as well. It is stinging nettle, and as a kid we used to run barefoot on our property, and the stinging nettles would attack us and we would be in a lot of pain. But I had no idea that they were actually edible and medicinal herbs. If you are interested in getting into medicinal herbs, I definitely recommend Rosemary Godstar's book here. This is her beginner's guide, and she has a whole section specifically on nettle, talking about the plant itself, growing it, medicinal uses, what parts of the nettle plant you use, the what is the different constitutes in it. So like nettle is really rich in calcium and iron and different vitamins, and then it also gives you any safety factors for stinging nettle, as I mentioned, because it does have these stingers. And let me see if I can get it really close if you're not familiar. So you might be able to see little tiny stingers. They're very, 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 very tiny, so they're hard to see, but they hurt like crazy. So in order to, you don't want to just eat a leaf like this raw. So you either need to dry them or boil them before you use them. So just very important to keep in mind if you do have a nettle plant that you're planning to use. I use it in teas and it's really, really great. I haven't used it in cooking yet. I am still experimenting and learning just because of the nettles. It is a little bit weird. But as you can see here, we've got some yellow leaves like here. I'm trying to be careful. Yellow there and over here, and that is because, look at all that. That is all roots. So I have been needing to repot it, and I'm hoping I don't damage it too much trying to get it up this pot. But I needed these to be able to repot it. So I just got these the other day. Get some gloves on. I very rarely use gloves in the garden, but the stinging nettle will eat you up. Sometimes I'm out here and I accidentally brush up against it, and then I'll have welts all over my leg. So let's see. Alright, look at all these roots, guys. Yeah, see this baby it's just so root bound here. I really don't like working in gloves. I feel very inhibited, but for the sake of my poor hands. And this I purchased from Wildside Farms, and I will link their Instagram page, and I believe they have a website as well that I will link. They're located down in Sarasota, and they are, I think, pretty much weekly at the Sarasota market. Definitely worth a drive from Tampa down there. Not as much as I normally would do. It is pretty difficult for me in gloves. So this is the pot that it wasn't. I'm gonna go up to this one. I don't really have one that's so much shorter, but also because of how fast that grew, I just want to do that. So I'm gonna just put some of my compost in here and then set it. Okay, it's a little bit more. A little bit more dirt. There we go. Just like to shake it a little bit to get it settled in. And I'm going to just I definitely just brushed the stingers up against my arm. Probably wear long sleeves when doing it. Yep, it's definitely hitting my arm. Ouch. See how it's like sticking into my arm then? My arms are going to be hurting. Nettle's definitely not for the weaker part. Alright, I'm going to put that in there so that I don't step on it. One off as well. And nettle potted up.